and welcome to another episode of Make It Monday with me, your host, Laura Buechler of Inky Fingers Papercrafting, here with you live, as I am almost every Monday, not stat holidays, but all the other Mondays, to remind you, crafting, creativity is fun. Creativity is good for us, and creativity is for everyone. So I'm excited to jump in and show you some beautiful new stuff today. But before we jump into that, don't forget to stick around to the end of the video where your friend and mine, Stevie, will be telling us who won last week's card. It was actually from 2 weeks ago because there was a stat holiday in there. My goodness, did you all have a great long weekend? I'd love to hear what you did on your long weekend. That's always so fun. Okay, so let's get started. We are making this beautiful card today. I don't know why I had my gems sitting on top of it like it was some kind of secret reveal. But yeah, this is what we're doing. This is another super simple card layout that you can do with any supplies you happen to have on hand. I'm using the Floral Charm Designer Series paper and the Charming Day bundle and the beautiful gems that you saw earlier. And these are all in, what am I trying to say? They are all online at inkyfingers.ca/shop-su. I see that I have not completed that title. There we go. Shop-su. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get on with our making. Now, when I was figuring out what I wanted to do for our card today, using this beautiful floral charm paper, and I've got all these different cardstocks. There's so many different colors of cardstock that go with this, which I love, and it's very like jewel tone, which is my thing, right? I love jewel tones. Chime up in the comments and let me know. Do you love jewel tones? Do you love subtles? Do you love bright colors? Let me know what you're into. So what I have here is a very simple, straightforward piece of Designer Series paper. It measures 3 by 4. And what I'm going to do, I've got my trimmer just off to the side here because it's hard to fit everything on the desk. But I'm just going to cut off at the bottom a strip that is 1.5 inches tall. Okay. And spoiler alert, that's the exact same thing I did with this piece here. So now we have 2 pieces and we have 4 patterns, right? Because there's always beautiful patterns on the back. And now you get to mix and match and figure out what you like and what you want to put onto your card, okay? So, I could do that. I could do this. I could do this. I could do that. I could do this. I could do that. You know what? You could do anything. This is what I'm going to stick with. This is what I like, okay? So that's it. I've already created like a really fun and funky card layout. Now all that's left to do is add a sentiment and a focal point. And maybe I'm going to try something different. On my sample card, I did not do this, but on this card today, I'm going to emboss this layer with an embossing folder. I'm not even sure if it'll be worthwhile because I'm not sure how much of it is going to show, but what the heck, I'm going to do it anyway. I have this beautiful new embossing folder that I haven't even used yet. So why not? Why not give it a try? Okay, let's pull this up so we can get my beautiful Susie in here. Oh, the laptop and the light stand and the camera stand, everything takes up a lot of space. But that's okay because I love crafting with you all and I wouldn't want you to miss out on any of it. All right, so I've got my, oh, that doesn't feel right. What's wrong here? Ah, I thought this was a 3D folder. It's not. It's not a 3D folder. So I don't need this blue plate. I actually need my 2 clear plates. Standing by. Okay. I told you I hadn't used it before. Okay, so now I've got my 2 clear plates. One goes on the bottom, one goes on the top. And put that through. Yes, that feels much better. Now that feels like the embossing folder is actually going to emboss something. Okay. All right, there we go. Oh, that is gorgeous. This cardstock color, by the way, is Pretty Peacock. One of my absolute favorites. Okay, so we are done with this beautiful Susie machine. Thank you, Susie. I can pull this back down. Good afternoon, Suzanne. Nice to see you, my friend. Okay, so we are going to put our lovely Pretty Peacock onto our petal pink card base. We are experimenting, Suzanne, to see. When I first made the sample card, I did not emboss this layer, and today I have embossed it. And we're going to see if it makes much of a difference. You all will get to be the judge of that. Okay, so that goes on our petal pink card base. Lovely. And I've got my two different mix and match pieces that I did here. I'm going to choose this one to go on today's card. Suzanne, what did you get up to on the long weekend? I know it feels like it was a while ago now, because it was. I can barely even remember what I did. I know somebody had a party or something was, there was something. Gosh, that's terrible. I think I put that on the wrong way. I don't want green on green. I'm going to grab this from my other piece and put this on instead. I must have flipped it over and then flipped it over again. Silly Laura. Okay, one thing I've been doing is getting ready for my fall classes. And by the way, this card right here that I'm demonstrating is going to be one of the ones that we make in my very first class, my very first in-person class this month. So make sure if you're local to Vancouver Island, check out the class schedule, and actually check out that link anyway, inkyfingers.ca/class, because even if you're not local to Vancouver Island and you can't attend my in-person classes, I also have lots of virtual events that you can attend as well on your own schedule at your own convenience. So I put the link down there on the banner. Make sure you check that out. And yeah, if you are local to Vancouver Island and you want to come to a class in person at my house and craft alongside me, we'll be making this very card in a couple of weeks. Okay, let's see. So we're coming along real good here. What I'm going to do for my next step is I've got this piece of petal pink and I've got my adhesive sheet. So I'm going to peel the backing off the adhesive sheet, looking for that little split in the backing here. Oh, Suzanne, I'm so sorry about that anniversary. There's nothing harder than that. I'm glad you had your family around you. Okay, so I've got my marvelous adhesive sheet stuck to my cardstock, and now I'm going to die cut this lovely flower die from the Charming Day bundle. Look at how beautiful and detailed that is. And I can do that right in my little machine, who we call Will. Where there's a will, there's a way. We're going to do one other piece of die cutting as well. Let's see if I can get these both in at the same time. So I want to make sure when I'm putting this in the machine that the portion that has the adhesive on it is the same part where I'm putting my flower die. And there's not room for my extra piece here, my extra circle, so that's fine. I'll run through twice. Okay. It is really pretty. That die, right? Yes. And I love this paper. I didn't expect to love it as much as I do. When you first look at it in the online pictures, it kind of looks like it's very grandma's couch type of thing. But when you see it close up in person in samples, it is beautiful. It is super beautiful. It is so elegant. The jewel tones, like I said, are irresistible. And yeah, I really like it. Now, for those of you who love paper, love all the colors and all the patterns and all the different creative things that you can do with designer series paper, but you're not sure about buying a whole pack and using up a whole pack, I would really recommend that you get together with a friend and split a pack. That's what I often do. My friend Diana and I will split a pack of paper. So of course we share the cost, and then we each get half the pack. And then if we love the paper, then we each have the option to go buy a whole pack on our own, right? But that way you just get a little bit of trying it out, and without feeling like you're hoarding paper, which I know many of us feel sometimes. Hey, Sue, welcome. Thanks for joining us. Sue, do you ever feel like you're hoarding your paper? You would never do that, right? I am just poking out all the little fussy bits of this die. It is so lovely, isn't it? Yes. And wait till I get all these little bits out, which are sticking to my fingers because of the adhesive sheet. Oh, this little piece has got to come out. There we go. Ooh, the battery on my phone is not charged, so it might die soon. That would be really tragic. So here's our beautiful flower die. I guess I'll try and speed things up. So I'm going to take, actually, I'm going to stamp my sentiment first, but I'll leave that there so you can still look at it. I have got the sentiment from Charming Day, and it is, "Thanks for being you," which is a great sentiment. We can all just have so many people in our lives. I mean, hopefully we have so many people in our lives who we're just grateful for, right? We're just glad that they are who they are. I certainly have many people like that in my life. I went out for dinner with one of them on the weekend, my friend Amanda. Shout out my friend Amanda. Thanks for being you, Amanda. Okay, so I'm going to put this little sentiment onto my card. Yes, I'm going a little faster than normal because I really don't want my phone to die in the middle of this broadcast. Oh, Sue, I had a feeling you might be a paper hoarder. Between 30 years of scrapbooking and 7 years as a Stampin' Up demo. Boo, boo, boo. You got to start using that paper, girl. It's not there to hoard. It's not there to take up shelf space and look pretty. It's to use on projects, on cards, on scrapbooking, to make yourself and other people feel good. That's what it's for. Okay. So I peeled off the adhesive backing on my flower, and now I have stuck it down to my card. Isn't that stunning? The detail on that. And now we're going to pop on some gems. Okay, these are the Charming Shimmer Faceted Dots. They are part of the Floral Charm Suite, and they are so sparkly. Look at how sparkly they are. Yeah, it's like a disco in here, baby. Okay, so I'm going to pop that there. I'm going to take one of these, put it right there. Thanks for being you. Isn't that a gorgeous card? If you would like to win this card, all you have to do is share the video. Leave a comment below to let me know that you've shared, and then maybe I'll be sending you this card in the mail next week. All right, so I'm going to go back to my main camera for the last part just in case my phone dies. There we go. Okay, so thank you everyone so much for joining me today. We're going to have Stevie back over here to tell us who won last week's gorgeous card. Stevie, what you got for us? Last week we were following a sketch with Kintsugi Inspirations. There it is. So beautiful, right? Stevie, who won the card? Oh, Stevie's telling me nobody shared the video last week. So you know what? I'm going to send it to Suzanne. Yay! I'm going to send this beautiful card to Suzanne because she is a faithful watcher of my videos. She always comments. She always cheers me along. And I know that she crafts many, many cards. So you can have this one to keep, Suzanne, or you can send it on to somebody else. And if you would like to win the card that I made today, as I said, just share the video. And I will be back next week with another Make It Monday and another card to inspire you all. I hope that you had fun today. Thank you everyone so much for joining me, whether live or on the replay. Don't forget to take some creative time for yourself this week. And if you're looking for supplies, crafting supplies, if you're looking for inspiration or any kind of how-to instructions on card making or crafting, then check out my website at inkyfingers.ca. Have a great day, everyone. Happy stamping. See you next time. Bye-bye.